Here we have the current stock market analysis for Super Micro Computer Incorporated, stock ticker SMCI. Before we begin with this chart analysis, if you find this educational material to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, this is the 30-minute price chart. Each candle on this price chart represents a 30-minute trading period. And as we can see here, we're having a bit of interesting activity here to start the week. Super Micro is sort of bucking the trend a little bit. If you looked at the NVIDIA chart today, I just released a video on NVIDIA. Might want to take a look at that because what we're seeing in that stock is a clear movement to the downside, a really sustained movement to the downside there. But what we're seeing with Super Micro Computer here is a clear movement to the top side. And what this, the significance of this is the fact that, we've now broken out of this very tight trading range here, which really was the expectation. If you saw my prior video, what we were pointing out here was that this trading range itself is very tight and it's very constricted. And this is a relatively volatile stock for the size of the stock that it is, for the market cap of Supermicro. This stock does tend to be very volatile compared to many of the other similar names in the space. So, to see a tightly constricted trading range like this is a bit abnormal. And I did say that we're likely to see a break here in one direction or another relatively soon. It just seems incredibly unlikely that we would be trading in a sideways trading range that's this small for a very long period of time. And as we can see here, we do finally now have the break to the top side. So this is significant because this ultimately gives us the expectation now for trend direction. And then in addition to that, what we can see is that share prices have now clearly broken above the 469.46 resistance zone that was posted during the September 13 trading session. So this near-term high currently comes in at 474.18. Let's just quickly mark that on this price chart here. So 474.18 is now the current level to beat on the top side. And we can see that this movement higher has allowed share prices to move above the entire exponential moving average cluster. So if we sort of drill in here a bit, we can see that the 200 period exponential moving average, that would be this blue line here, really was coming into contact with the top of that trading range. And then once we were able to break through here, that break to the top side was quite forceful. This is a pretty good example of the type of follow through that you would expect to see when a sideways trading range develops, especially when it's a very tight trading range like this, because the conventional logic as far as chart analysis is concerned is that if you see a very long period of sideways trading like this and the trading range itself is very tight, the suggestion here is that there's a major buildup of energy in the market, and that once you finally do see a breakout in one direction or another, that breakout tends to be quite forceful. It can happen in both directions, of course. You could see a bearish breakout or a bullish breakout, and in this case, we do see that the breakout is to the top side. So, we had a couple of signals that were coming in right near this just below 460 for the share price here. And, once that level was broken, we did see a fairly significant amount of follow through here and a tremendous acceleration, at least on a short-term basis, in terms of bullish expectations for trend wave movement. So currently what we're looking at here, we need to sort of drill out a bit because now this sideways trading range has been invalidated, and we can start to disregard this price pattern at the moment because it has broken to the top side. So what we would really like to see here is, we have not yet seen a break of this prior spike high, which came in at 475.42, I should say. That would be this price zone back here in the back of the chart here. And, we're starting to fail a bit there in advance of that level. But once we start to break above there, then there's much less resistance to be found to the top side. As we can see in this chart, there really is nothing up here to suggest that share prices would likely encounter resistance levels anytime soon. I mean, we would really need to sort of zoom out and look back on the price chart in order to find some potential areas for resistance. One area that I would point to probably would best be defined as coming in at roughly 514.60. That would be this prior price low from back here. Just kind of draw this quickly. This would be the price low from August 27. And now, if we do retest this area from the bottom, the expectation here would be that we would encounter some resistance, because old support zones, once they're broken, are now expected to work as resistance once they're retested from the bottom. So if we move into this level, if we do actually break above this 475.42 resistance zone, and then we do test this area from the bottom, the expectation would be that we would see some initial resistance at that point. The question at that point would be whether or not we fail there, or whether or not we are able to break through there to the top side. So there are some opposing possibilities here, and some different scenarios that could start to unfold at that point. But I don't want to get too far ahead of the game here. We do need to first break above this spike high, which came in here previously. This would be the August 29 trading session. This was just following that Hindenburg short seller report. So, this is a significant resistance level, because this is the resistance level that ultimately led to those new near-term lows coming in at 382.88. So, if we did see a price failure here, the suggestion would be that we could possibly move back into those areas. But given the way that the share prices have recently broken out of this sideways trading range, we do have to start to expect some stronger momentum developments to the top side. So finally, just one last point here I'll make is the indicator reading itself. As I said, this is a 30-minute price chart. So, as we can see here, the longer-term trend momentum here is still pointed in the positive direction. So that would be all of this activity down here. This trend line here has been tested roughly 3 different times. This is a very strong trend wave movement to the top side. It's got a strong slope on it. That's a stable looking slope, nothing drastic there. And then in addition to that, you have this upside break, I should say, of this prior downtrend line that was developing on a more short-term basis. So we are currently heading into overbought territory at the moment. So that is a little bit of a negative signal, signaling caution. But overall, I would be encouraged by this trend, this sideways trend trading range break to the top side. And the next level to watch from here will be determined based on whether or not we're able to break above 475.42. So here's the current stock market update for Supermicro Computer Incorporated, stock ticker SMCI. Our high-value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high-conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk-to-reward metrics that target massive, market-beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.